Hey, what's going on? It is episode 22 of the Merce and Nurse Show.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome back, Carter.
What?
That's an old show. People that know what I'm talking about. It was with John Travolta.
Man, he's showing it.
He was a teacher, and they'd be like, "Welcome back, Carter." Look it up. It's old.
Well, it's episode 22, guys.
22. Even number. I like even numbers for my OCD.
Well, you know 22 is my baseball number.
Yes, that's right.
That was
22.
for a long time, yeah. But this episode, I think we
We're going to do a shout out to our sponsors.
Who's the sponsor?
Let's just say something. We get some free. To Black Rifle Coffee Company. No one keeps it real.
Keeps it real.
And I'm going to shout out to Target. Just send me stuff. And Walmart.
Oh, man.
Okay.
But no, seriously, like, how's your week been?
Good. It went by real fast. I like it. My nurses, one nurse was on vacation this week. So I'm there Monday through Friday. So one day I was by myself, and but thank God my boss helped me out. But I told the one that was off, I said, I don't know if I can do this. And she goes, "You've been here long enough. You got this." I said, "You're right. I got it. Anyways.
Are you still sticking people? Get some blood?
Yes, to get some blood.
Testing for STDs?
STDs every day, baby. Checking for Hep.
After this year, you're going to be like a pro at STDs. You're going to know everything, what it looks like. You're going to know every symptom and down to the point.
You know, it was kind of cool. This one girl came in and, we couldn't find her veins, and she was on it. She goes, those veins, I can tell you they're shot. And I said, we need a vein finder. And I told my coworker, and she looked at me, she goes, "Believe me, we tried." So how much do those run?
Dude, vein finders?
Yeah. Because I've seen like little ones.
5,000, 10,000 maybe?
Man, I wish you would have one. And she goes, "We tried, Barbara."
See, we have some at work. I've seen it. I've used one. But it's just a hassle holding that vein finder, trying to hold it. Like, you need at least two hands to do that.
Yeah.
You can ask the patient, like, "Yo, hey, here. Hey, buddy, hold this on your arm. Let me take a look."
I guess so you can kind of get an idea of where it's at.
Yeah.
Because this girl's a little chunky, and I was just going, that's it. I said, I'm going to do a hard pass on this one. So my coworker tried it, and she said too. And it's crazy because it must just be, I'm just going to be blunt, like people who've done drugs, they'll tell you. She said, my veins are hard to find and they roll. And she was right.
Well, it's not just that. Like especially when they do drugs a lot.
Yeah.
Like IV
scar
drug
tissue.
users, it's that scar tissue.
Yeah.
And it hurts a lot more because they're piercing through that scar tissue. It hurts a lot. But
anyway.
No, I know what you mean. But once you've damaged those veins so much, it's almost impossible.
I just looked at her and I was playing. We were laughing. I said,
"Hey,
you look like you don't have Hep. You're good." You're good.
Get the egg. What's it called?
Oh yeah, you do the you rub it on you, the sana.
Dude, there's a T-shirt. There's like funny nursing meme T-shirts and stuff. And there's one that has the egg. It said, "Budgets are tight, so we're going old school."
You're like, "Look, do you want the bill or do you want the old school? What our parents did to us?" Well,
but you're alive. You're alive.
I told one of the inmates, this was funny. She's an older Spanish lady. Because under my breath, I'm like, "What are you doing here? You need to be at home with your granddaughter. You old." But anyways, we were laughing. I said, "Miss So-and-so, do you get scrambled egg? Y'all get breakfast egg?" She goes, "Yeah," because she said she didn't feel good. I said, "Well, since you can't get a whole egg, get your scrambled egg and just rub it on you, throw it on your bed." And she literally spit out her water. We just had a laugh about that because she knew exactly what I was saying.
Man, I mean, it sounds like a fairy tale over there. These people love you to come around.
And I was like, under my breath, and then she goes, because she can't really hear, because she goes a hearing aid. I said, "Damn girl, you grandma, what are you doing in jail? Damn, go home to your grandkids." What's up,
hey,
grandma?
Just saying, if you can't get the IV, just go with the drill.
Oh yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, most of you know what an IO is, intraosseous. It's so instead of going IV, intravenous, it's going to the bone. You drill because you know bone marrow makes your red blood cells and
Yeah.
it's fully vascularized to where it expels all that to go through into your system, right?
And I remember a while back when you were in nursing school, you showed us like a YouTube video about
Yep.
that, and it was
Yep.
the most
It was in the military.
surreal. Oh yeah, it was the military you're talking about.
Yeah,
It was surreal.
They did an actual live IO on this one guy.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God.
usually when you give an IO, I mean, 99% of the time the IOs are given pre-hospital, so before they even get to the hospital.
Okay.
It's like it's emergency, like
And it's given because you can't
you
get a
can't
vein,
find a line, you can't find a vein,
but it's like an emergency situation.
It's an emergency situation, like how people do like they do the
with the pen and you're like a trach.
yeah, emergency
I will-
tracheotomy, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like it's only for dire situations. We can't do nothing. We need to do it.
Yeah.
But you drill into the bone and you push the fluids.
So like, how do you? I mean, when you clean it, does it go in the autoclave? Or
What?
like, how do you clean that?
What do you mean you clean it?
I've never seen one. Like,
You get an alcohol
no,
wipe. You
I'm
clean
saying,
the skin.
I'm saying after you drill someone, what do you do with it?
Oh no! So you have the little drill. It's like maybe
Yeah.
like a big
Yeah.
little drill, and they have is sterile packaging of
Oh.
its own individual needles.
So it's like one time use.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Got
No,
it.
you're not like
Well, that's what
you're not taking a 3/16 bit into everybody. No.
I'm gonna go hang up a curtain. Let me use it. Got a little bit of bone marrow on it.
No.
That's what I was saying. Do you
it's
clean it?
It's a one-time use
Okay.
package. It's a needle with the catheter, just like an IV. But
And is it like how many times do you think the ER uses it? Like
maybe once in a million.
really?
Yeah. It's
so
like
that happened to you, right?
Well, yeah,
this
because
lady needed
she
one.
needed it bad. She needed the medications.
Y'all
and,
couldn't find us
dude, like,
IV on her.
everybody was trying, and it was to a point where, like, you know what, we need to go for it.
Yeah.
Because we're wasting too much time. And you can of course do ultrasound and ultrasound
Yeah.
guided, but by the time it takes you to get everything set up,
Yeah, I just didn't have the time.
we didn't have the time, and we needed to get her
Yeah.
some medications bad.
Yeah.
Because the one IV we had on her breast, it pulled out, and
Yeah.
so now she's not on any medication.
Yeah.
She was already intubated, so we need to keep her sedated.
Yeah.
And we're like, guys, we need to hurry up.
Yeah. Okay. Because she was
But
intubated.
but yeah. Well, which like, but no, it was like I said, a lot of the times these are done pre-hospital by
Okay.
emergency EMS. Like they do this for like, I mean, you need to be like
Yeah.
dying and you need medication now for it to happen. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So you,
But still, I mean, it's cool because it's a part of something that we do. Like we were taught, you're taught how to do it, and
Yeah.
so you can actually do it now. And so I got checked off on it. I'm like,
That is
because really,
crazy.
it's like you never really do that in the ER.
I
So
was gonna
whenever
say,
we happen
yeah.
to like know what you want to do and get checked off, I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, I want to.
yeah.
Like I suck that we had to do it. For
And like,
her.
was there a lot of people standing around you?
Yeah, they were like,
You're like, drill bit. Where's the drill bit?
but you know what's weird though? Like you can feel the vibration of it going through the bone. I mean, the video I showed you in military.
Yeah.
If you want to see what that video looks like, just go to YouTube or Google and type in U.S. Army IO live demonstration.
And that guy was awake.
Yes, I'm saying most people who are getting this done, they're either sedated or they're dying or dead. You know what I'm trying to say?
So this lady, she didn't jerk. She didn't
No,
move.
we had her sedated. She was already
Okay.
under sedation, under every medication to keep her
Yeah.
down.
Oh
And
my
so, but yeah,
God.
no, it was insane. It was pretty cool though. So yeah, which brings me, it brings me to the next segue of like orientation. Okay,
Yeah.
this is stuff that I have to do. I have a packet of like 10 pages of all these skills
That you have to get
that I
checked.
have to get checked off on of
Okay.
like of doing stuff like everything from how to fill out AMA forms and do that and
Yeah.
give it to somebody, or all the way to calling poison control.
So like if that's not your patient and it's something needs to be checked off, will the nurses say, hey, Noah,
Yeah,
you want an
come
opportunity? Since
do
they
it.
know you got to offer an
Exactly.
opportunity?
Yeah, and like so like if you get stuff in your eye, you know how like you're supposed to wash it out and
Yeah.
everything. Well, there's this. I'm sorry that I forgot the name of it, but it looks like a contact lens with a tube hanging out of it. It's a continuous eye irrigation.
Really?
So you put the contact.
Would that be used like some chemical in your eye?
if chemical or anything in the eye that they want a continuous irrigation, you put the contact in, and
my
it has the tube, and then you hang the saline
Really?
bag. Yep, and it's just constant. It's just you use a whole liter of saline.
And does it just drain out?
Yep. So usually what they do, like they
Wow.
put like some like chucks, the pads
Yeah.
behind their head, and then Right here, they just have more in a towel. Just soak it all up.
And have you done that?
I got to help with one.
Yeah.
But it was cool though, because that's one thing I needed to do.
Yeah.
But like say like half of the stuff you don't ever get to see it.
Yeah.
Unless you like mass trauma triaging. Like Lord willing, we don't ever have to see that here.
Yeah.
But it's one of the checkoffs. So it's either you demonstrate it, you verbalize it, or it's not applicable because you never had it.
Yeah.
So, but right now I'm like almost 70% through this package. Really? It's really cool. Yeah.
Wow. Well, there's a lot of things going on then at the local
there's
hospital.
a lot of stuff that's been happening. But you know what's surprising though? Like, because I worked July 4th, the holiday. Yeah. Apparently, nobody wanted to come in. Dude, like we had like no patients.
Oh, you said that. You said it was
like
empty.
10 people. Half the ER was full. That was it, just half. And like we were just like, well, we were able to go eat. We had a potluck. We were just eating. Like,
hey, that was nice.
And I'm like this. I'm like,
because you don't know you got to throw down your taco.
Waiting. Yeah.
For a code.
And then, but.
That's when you should have gone on Facebook Live and be like, we are here at the ER, and if you anything else, it's time to come. We are, yeah.
But like towards the end of the day, everybody started rolling in slowly.
As the night started coming on.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I know people are gonna be flooding in that evening and that night for. One, they're just drunk. Two, they just don't feel they ate too much. They have some abdomen pain. Or 3, that they don't want to go to work the next day.
And they want an excuse.
Yep.
Okay, this is crazy. I think I told you. So there's a list put up when the inmates came in. I was telling Noah, when the inmates go, because we have contracts with them, an inmate, if they go to the ER, for a normal person, you pay for the ER and then you pay the doctor bills you separate. Yeah. Let's just say about $2,000. That's not including tests and whatever.
Yeah.
There's a flat rate for the inmate, $17 to ER. I'm like, what is
17?
Yes. I'm like, what is up with
book me?
What is up with this? Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. $17.
You know what?
But yet people who don't have insurance are getting a $2,000
and I have insurance
bill.
And I'm paying like $25 a month. I mean, just to keep every month being good standing. And I'm like, I'm gonna write and be like, I want the jail rate. $17.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, let me tell you this. So of course, hospitals they mark up the medications, right?
Yeah.
For the insurance companies.
Yes.
Which we know for people who don't have insurance, it kind of screws them over because they get that marked up price.
Yeah.
Regardless, right?
Yeah.
So we had a guy had a blood clot in his lungs, but he was within the time frame that we were able to give TPA, which is the clot buster, right?
Yeah.
We usually give that to patients who have strokes who bust the clot, right? It's 100 mLs of sterile water, and then I think it was sterile water. Yeah. Anyways, and then about 100 mLs not 100 mLs, but it's supposed to be 100 mLs, but it's the dry powder, so you have to mix the two together, and then you give it 100 mLs total of TPA. You know how much that one bottle costs?
Oh, God.
Take a guess. I want to take a guess.
I'm gonna say, and it's like they just need like a one-time only.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, hopefully, if one dose can bust enough clots, if not, you.
I'm gonna say,
but one bottle, you're having a stroke, or you're having a PE, a pulmonary embolism, you have some clots or DVT down your legs.
Yeah.
You gotta bust this clot because remember, you want to try to bust the clot.
Yeah.
Instead of going into surgery, because surgery is always a whole nother aspect, right?
I'm gonna say
one medication, 100 mLs, 100 cc's.
I'm gonna say $500.
$500?
Yeah.
Try again. I'm gonna give you one more shot.
Okay.
You're very cold.
So up, right?
Yeah. Low. Remember, this is a medication that busts clots.
Okay, I'm gonna say 1,000.
Okay, you give up?
Yeah.
Because you're way off.
Oh God.
About $20,000.
Shut up.
$20,000 for that medication right there.
Oh.
Because I was mixing it, and I was like, man, it would kind of. I made the joke. Hey, it would kind of suck if I dropped this, and
everyone stops and looks at you.
Yeah, and my charge, she was like, no, you know how much that costs? I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
She goes, that's about $20,000 right there. She goes, well, of course, that's the markup of what they go interest.
But that is crazy.
$20,000 for just that medication. But let me tell you something. That medication, it does what it's supposed to do.
Did it bust them up and dissolve them?
Bust them clot and dissolved all of them. But when you're on that medication,
Yeah.
you're very, very, very prone to bleeding out
Oh,
because
God.
remember, like the whole purpose of it is to bust clots and prevent more clotting.
You're like, hey, sir, don't panic, but can you just pinch the bridge of your nose? It's all bloody. Ah. Dude, that is crazy.
You know, like
That's-
I mean, keep going. But
I'm just.
I want to look at this.
That's just what gets me like, who makes these prices? Like, is it the research part? What is it?
So, but listen to this. So a normal bag of saline, right?
Yeah.
A 1 liter bag.
You can buy it on Amazon.
For
Can't you?
the cost of a hospital is like $1 to $5 for one bag. That's their cost.
Okay.
But they list that on the bill up to $500.
For the patient. That's what. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm saying they like it's all marked up because of course, like I said, this is also for anybody. If you don't have insurance and you go to emergency room and go back and ask for an itemized bill,
You'll get all that.
and you'll see how much they're charging you for stuff, and then that's where you go and you fight it. You're like, no, like this is the market price for this medication. Because remember,
I didn't ever think about
everything is marked up for insurance companies, and then insurance companies are like, we'll pay you half of $500, so $250.
So sometimes you feel like, oh, I got a deal because you see how they, but really that's probably what you should be paying or less.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
I said like,
Only in
but
America.
you know that's just crazy though. I mean that's we spend so much on healthcare, but yet
Yeah.
we're one of the least. We're not the healthiest country in the world.
And like I told you one time, I was looking at a TikTok thing or whatever, and this guy like broke his arm in like Philippines, whatever, and it was like $6 for the X-ray, like $20 to get set, and I'm like, what in the hell?
That's crazy. Like I said, but
Oh, God.
like that's why I'm saying like if you have insurance, like that's why people say you need to have insurance nowadays.
Well, like I saw the first time that my dad, Noah's grandpa, went to the hospital and did his first treatment. They sent everything, and it really had all the costs of everything. His like first visit, and I'm including labs. I mean, it was like about $60,000
Yeah,
for one treatment.
that's what I'm saying. And like think about that for people who don't have insurance.
I know, and that's not including. I don't think like the hospital. I was meds and lab and chemo.
It's not including the room.
It
like
was
the
crazy.
nurses cost. This, they charge you for everything.
I mean, yeah.
I
So
mean,
just go. If that's
so you know what?
just go
You know
ahead.
what? We need to get a hospital. We need to own a hospital.
You know
That's
what?
I
Go
do.
ahead and just get on hospice. Just give me some. And morphine's like $6. Just give me morphine.
But you know what's sad? Like this is why people like turn to the street drugs
Yeah.
because
Because crack
I've
is
heard-
cheap.
I've heard
No, yeah.
from people that they're like, hey, like it's cheaper to buy an 8-ball to get rid of this pain than going to the doctors and
Yeah.
getting prescribed this that it's not going to help me or it's just I don't have insurance. It costs too much to even do that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. That is crazy.
I don't
Only
know.
in
But-
America, folks.
Yeah, we went way off the side with this one, but yeah, no, mainly talking about orientation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know you're getting off orientation. You're still on it, kind of.
I think I'm on my own, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like, I don't know. They just told me to come in one day.
every morning I walk in and I'm like, good morning, America. Later on, I'm shaking America.
So
No, but so how did it go with you?
but I mean, so even though you're a seasoned nurse,
Yeah.
you still, no matter where unit you go to, you still have like an orientation, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
they-
of course.
I mean, anywhere. But I know for depending on how long you've been a nurse, like
Yeah.
I'm guessing is it shortened.
And
or
of course, I mean, like you too. I mean, we always have things to do on the computer. We always
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
But I always ask. I don't care if I'm off orientation. If I'm sure, I'm gonna make sure I ask you.
But you know what? That's what I like about my place because
Yeah.
like everybody's really
Yeah.
a team. Like
Yeah.
like there's people there who's been there a long time and they're like, you know what? I haven't done this treatment or this medication in a long time. And like, hey, how do you do it? And they're like, oh, do it this way, and do it that way. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So no one feels like you should have known this.
Exactly.
I know,
Like,
and that's awesome.
it's a really good
That
work,
is, everyone works together. No one
synergy. Let's use some small
Yeah.
words. Synergy.
synergy. We're synergized.
But yeah, so like I know for me, it's I think 12 to 14 weeks.
And
or
you've been
6
there
weeks.
how long already?
Next week, this coming up week should be my 8th week.
Really?
No. 4,
Just as
5,
long,
6.
hey, just as long as you don't ask stupid questions like,
7.
"Excuse me, where's the bathroom?" Okay, then they're like, "Really, really? You'll give me this?"
Well, we had a patient that she needed an OG tube because we intubated her and
Uh-huh.
we need to put an OG tube in her, right? And I didn't know, and I grabbed a 14 French, and
Yeah.
I'm like trying to put it in there, and it's all flimsy, and it keeps getting curled up. I'm like, man, guys, I can't get it. And they're like, what size you have? I'm like, 14. And the three of them looked at me because it was a male nurse and two of them nurses, and they looked at me. They're like, Noah, we ain't never used no damn 14-inch in the damn ER. They're like, Noah, where the hell is the 18 French? And I'm like, I've never grabbed a supply for this. I'm sorry. They're like, well, now you know. We never use anything besides 18 French. I don't care if it's for the nose, if it's for the mouth. But the reason was because it's much stiffer. So it's
so does
easier
it
to-
curl?
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, I'm like this. I'm like, I'm holding the thing. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I'm sorry.
what if you got it? And what if you did it? They're like,
they could be like, you know, IC's gonna be pissed at you because they'd be trying to push lactulose through it.
oh, and it's all thick. It's all thick.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean, like you said, I mean, that's cool. I mean, no one knows everything.
yeah, I know. And they walked me step by step of the IO when we did that. That was like I said, that was my favorite thing to do. I really was. But and then I got to assist with one of the doctors to try and put an arterial line so we can get an accurate blood pressure reading in her.
Oh, okay.
Because she was a larger lady and she didn't feel the bed out of the way. And so he was trying to go on her left arm and where there's nothing there to hold her arm up.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, Noah, can you hold the arm?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure, doc. And I'm like holding the arm straight and he puts the sterile stuff all around it, clean up. And I'm underneath the sterile gown. I'm like, sorry. I'm just like holding because I'm leaning straight from my back. And so I'm just holding.
Oh, and
I'm
that
like this. I'm
hurts,
just
doesn't it?
shaking. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, sir. And he goes, readjust. Sorry, readjust. I'm like, okay, we're good. And he's trying. And then he stops. He goes, I need a catheter. So he puts it because. So she was so swollen and so big that to get to the artery, the catheter is only this long.
Yeah.
For a normal person, that's easy to reach and thread.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't reach her. So he had to get another one. And so he goes, no, I'm going to get another one. And so he stands up and moves. And dude, I stood up and I'm like, and I repositioned myself and I'm laying on the bed like this holding the arm. But man, I was sitting for like 30, 45 minutes just holding the arm. I'm like,
and isn't that weird when you stand in that position, your back is killing you.
Yes. And I'm like, man, my back is weak. I'm a weakling.
No, but it hurt. Yeah. Like, that does hurt.
But no, that was pretty cool. I got to assist with that. And he also put a central line in her here. But man, dude, it was insane.
That
was a crazy time. Like,
that's
say,
cool.
like,
You got to see that.
yeah, like it was like back to back. We had the beginning, the PE. Yeah. And so, that was interesting, getting everything ready, making sure everything's going good and shipping in ICU. Yeah. Next thing you know, they're like, hey, you got Prince coming in. Like, she's not there. I'm like, huh? And we look at her like, oh my gosh. Like, and everybody rushed in and started working on her. But besides that, I mean, orientation's been really good for me. I'm not gonna like I have been learning and seeing and doing because I really appreciate them. Yeah. Every single nurse there, I love.
Especially all the skills that you are seeing every day for different things.
Like saying like every single nurse there is amazing. Every single doctor there is awesome. Like, well, like I would ask if one of the X-rays, I'm like, hey doc, like I'm in the CT. I'm like, what are you looking at for this PE? Yeah. And he walked me step by step. This is what you see. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, and so now I know. Yeah. But everybody's really awesome and easy talking to, and they're like I don't have any issues with anybody.
And already had a good potluck. You said you had carne quesada.
I took a picture that Thursday. I sent it to my mom. I showed her.
And I got it right away. I understood.
And I took a picture. 2 pizzas of pizza in my hand. And I texted
his
her.
first pizza.
And I said, my first pizza party as a nurse.
And Noah said, it was cold. Yeah, but when you're hungry, it tastes like it's 100 degrees. I cracked up because I always told him, you're going to be eating cold pizza.
I think everybody knows exactly what that means.
Yeah,
that
everyone gives pizza.
No, I took a picture to document this day, my first pizza party as a nurse.
And it was good. I was laughing. There's a guy and he came this weekend. I'm just amazed at human beings. Anyways, long story short, the doctors came Monday or like Wednesday, whenever after the holiday. He goes, "Why did he come?" And I said, Doc, you know what? Sometimes when they come in booking, and obviously he was on drugs. And so they made a decision like, let's put him in medical just to watch him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he was like, what am I getting out? And I said, I want to go to General Pop. And I said, you're not going to get out today. And it's Friday. The doctor, I'm going to be honest with you. So Monday we'll reevaluate you. And well, why am I here? I said, well, why are you here? I mean, you should know. Well, they said I look dehydrated because he looked a little bit more perky, right? I did his drug test and it was just all lit up, I don't take drugs. Okay. And the lie detector, anyways. So then he started yelling at me, well, if I'm so dehydrated, send me to the hospital. And I looked at him and I'm like, guard, you can shut the door. Bye. I walked off. I said, I ain't got... Friday was not the day for me. I said, bye, go talk to yourself. But I was just, send me to the hospital. And then I started thinking, oh, I'm not seeing the hospital. You pay $17 while I pay $2,000. You fine here. Give me an IV. Well, we're beyond that, sir, because you've been here 3 days. But I just thought that was funny. Just want to fight. I said, why do you want to go to General Pop? I mean, there's only 2 of y'all here. You got the TV. There's no fighting. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Because it's boring. And I just, folks, I am just like, I'm amazed with humans. And I said, you're bored? Well, you're going to be here for a good while. So good luck.
Well, if you are amazed by humans like that, let me tell you this one.
Okay.
So a patient was discharged from a Florida hospital, right?
Okay.
Stepped into the parking lot, walked out of the room of the hospital.
Yeah.
Got into the parking lot, and immediately tried to carjack the nurse that was in her car about to leave. I want you.
God.
This happened at an HCA North Florida hospital in Gainesville.
Don't tell me it was his nurse. It was just a nurse.
No, it's so. It says the victim sat in her car on a lunch break, which is weird. That's weird to me.
How should you get lunch
break?
break?
Who the hell gets a lunch break?
Who the hell gets to go outside and enjoy the weather?
In the car. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know, I get you. It's like sometimes I will eat like a protein bar just to get me through the day.
I mean, it's
and
funny.
She's out there all eating.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to call report, and they're like
Chipotle.
Hey. No, I'm trying to call report up to the floor to take a patient up, and they're like, oh, she's on lunch break right now, and I'm like, she'll call you back, and so I'm like, and they hung up, and I'm like, I look at my nurse, I'm like, they get a lunch break? So what's that? As of right here, I'm taking a bite of my protein bar.
You're barely drinking water because your urine's dark.
But yeah,
so
it says, she said that he just comes up and she goes, and I normally lock my door, and then he grabbed the handle and says, let me in. The nurse told officers at the scene. She said, no, go away. He said, I got a gun, let me in. And the nurse refused, and then she laid on the horn, and then that's what he finally left. He didn't actually point a gun or show a gun at her, but he was arrested and charged with attempted carjacking.
I would be pissed. I would be like, I would be putting up my containers. Now it's time for me to go back. Thanks a lot. I didn't even get to eat.
I didn't even get to eat my stuff, man.
Golly, it was my leftover Chipotle from last night.
Oh my goodness!
I would have been pissed.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Like,
no, but
he's still got his wristband on.
But the whole time you're reading it through the window. But the disrespect, like, dude, seriously? Like, you can't go carjack the guy at Kroger. It's got to be someone in the health field that helped you. No, ma'am.
Do you think she went back and charted?
She's like, give me his chart back.
Like, nurse back from lunch break. Got robbed. Try to get
by patient 2984. He came up to me. He looked good. I guess the meds worked. He didn't have no pain as he was carjacking me. This is, speaking of crime, I know this isn't nothing to do with healthcare, but people are so used to it in certain cities. They showed this guy. He went into a nail salon, and it was at Atlanta.
I know what you're talking about.
Did you see? And they're like, they're sitting there like the girl's waiting, and he's got like a bag. You don't even know what's in there, and he's yelling at him. And then the whole time, like the owner or whoever, he's answering the phone. Like he stops. He's like, hello. I'm just saying, like, happy fingers, can I help you? And the one, she was a nurse. She's in scrubs. She just got up and walked out. The other one just kind of gave like a mad dog look, like, and he just kept going in, and then he just like looked defeated and walked out. I was like, people are tired of crime.
Yeah.
But
well, dude, I mean, if you hear like California, where people are just stealing everything. Like, they're closing stores down.
That is crazy. And then I read this story here in San Antonio, I believe. This man was, he's pulling money out at the ATM, and these two guys, like got out and whatever, they were trying to rob him. Well, that guy had a gun, so he basically shot them dead. And I was reading the comments, and I can imagine the terror, right? I mean, what if that was a lady and whatever, and all in the comments, and I don't mean to make this funny if that's someone's family, but I'm just like, they're like, give this guy a award, a hero, but people are tired of doing that, like, especially with your hard-earned money, and you're like, not today, sister.
Can you imagine? I mean, think about it, like, because oh my, what's the statistic? It was like almost 60-70% of Americans like live almost paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and then you go and take your money.
Yeah,
but he killed them. And of course, there's no charges. I mean, you got the little camera too.
Well, yeah, I mean self-defense and all the rights. And that's what we talked about a couple episodes ago. Like, if you're gonna carry a self-defense, a taser, or a pepper spray, a knife or a gun, make sure you know how to use it. At
Office Depot of all places, we went and greeted at this restaurant yesterday, and we went to Office Depot. I love Office Depot, even though everything is like the hospital marked up. But anyways, I wanted some pens, so we went. And right when
but you bought the pens though.
Yeah, they were a lot. And then I try to rationalize it. Well, there's 4 divided by 10. Okay,
that's only $8 a pen.
That's good. They have pepper spray, and they have pepper spray right there. And I was like, oh my God, I want this.
Well, you know what's funny?
But though? I did buy it though.
So there's this guy that I follow on TikTok, and he does a lot of like, here's a veteran of Royal Marine, and he just tests a lot of self-defense tools and tries to do little like tips and tricks, right? Like he tests like the window breakers, like different ones.
They had one there too.
Yes. Okay. So he does all these. Well, he grabbed like 3 of these different tasers, like you can buy off Amazon.
Yeah.
And he did them to himself. And he was like, some of them like was like a pinch.
But that's good. Yeah. And he gave a review.
And he's like, this one, don't do it. And he's like, but like he's actually doing it. You can hear it, and he does it. And you see him twitching and stuff. But he's like, if someone's coming after you, they're still gonna come after you with this one. He's like, don't go with that. And he gets a big one. He's like,
that you can hear.
He does it. He goes. He just falls on the ground. He goes. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, it's all humming when you put it on. It's all. I want one. I want one
goodness,
so bad,
dude. But no, like I said, being you finished your orientation. I still got a couple more weeks.
I don't know if I
ever did or not. No, they're just like, hey, good luck, guys.
I still ask a lot of questions. Like I was told this one girl, bless her heart, Lorraine. I'm like, Lorraine, my password don't work, and she's like, it's sensitive, and sensitive. And it's always like on caps or something. I'm like, thank you.
Well, mate, do you ever think you're ever ready? Do you think you will ever be like ready? You know everything.
Since being there and a lot of things that have happened, I guess it's just. It's just you just don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you a story. I think I told y'all this guy came, and they're always falling in the shower. And if you see us on video, I'm doing the quotation marks right now. Fall in the shower, and there's one guy like because they can't have real chessboards, so they're like this rubbery thing, like a pad, and this guy came in and he was like bruised up and smacked over his face. And he goes, I told you, Sarge, I fell in the shower. And I'm like, híjole, were you standing on the top and jump? But they slapped him over repeatedly with that, allegedly. And I gotta say, he stuck to that damn story. I was like, you go, bro. I want you on my team. But anyways, but yeah, it is what it is. I do every day, especially with, I'm sure like with your job, because it's emergency medicine. Yeah. And with me, you don't know they're gonna make a shank. You don't know they're going to shank me one day. I do pray every day, like, Lord, just protect me. Let me get out. Let me do my shift and get out.
No, I pray. I'm like, when I get there.
And let me make no mistakes. Let me just be.
Yeah. I was like, hey, like, let me do the best I can. Let me try to help somebody. And
let me have a lunch, at least a 10-minute, 15-minute lunch, Lord.
Lord, let me just be able to go to the restroom once, please.
Lord, get a drink of water because I always carry chopstick. I'm always parched.
Lord, please let some of the people that come here realize that they can go to the clinic and not for the ER.
And Lord, don't let nobody code on me when I got my head down trying to get information on the computer and they're decoding.
Oh man! Well, before we leave, I want to leave us with a quote that I found out.
Okay.
I kind of like. All the darkness in the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle.
That's true.
I like that.
I do like that. You can visualize that.
Yeah.
Because if you light a candle, it's
it's the light's going to go no matter how dark it is. I mean, I feel like especially in healthcare,
Yeah.
you can, I mean, there are people that, burnout's real.
Yeah.
People get tired of being physically, verbally abused. And, it's
People are
hard.
tired of always getting Domino's pizza. Can we get Pizza Hut one day? Thicker crust.
Can we change it up? Maybe McDonald's. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
you can at least try to be that one, that one light in somebody's darkness out there.
That's right.
But that's all we got for today. Like I said, thank you all for joining us.
Yes,
thank you for those who still listen or watch us. Like I said, this is really fun for us.
Yes.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and pass us like and share, whatever you want to do, guys. I want to say y'all have a great week, blessed week, and y'all stay safe out there.
Thank you. Have a good one.
See ya.